Steeler Nation, I want to tell y'all thank you. So, with doing so, let's get this channel up to 500 subscribers, and I will be sending out a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey to one lucky subscriber. This is all made possible thanks to our sponsors, 4TF, For the Faintless Apparels. Be sure to go check those guys out at 4tfthebrand.com. That's the number 4, tfthebrand.com. So let's get this channel up to 500 subscribers, and one of you will be winning a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey. Thank y'all so much, and let's jump into the video.
Come out here and panic his ass off soon as he get thrown in there with the Wolves, because the real Wolves come during the season. Yeah. Pittsburgh is coming.
What is going on, Steeler Nation? It's your boy Meech. Thank y'all again for tuning in to another Steel Talk episode. Massive things is going on right now in the AFC North, and it's getting crazy. The Pittsburgh Steelers get potential massive injury update on a very key player, a part of that secondary, and we got to dive into it. Yesterday, the news broke that John Harbaugh and the Ravens are parting ways. What does that mean for Mike Tomlin? We're going to dive into that too. And some trade rumors out there that's been going on, that's been circling, and I don't know, man. I don't know. Do we go and trade for Lamar Jackson? James Harris out here calling for a Joe Burrow to come to Pittsburgh. We're going to dive into all of those things, man. But I want to thank y'all so much, man. Y'all been smashing the like button. Y'all been hitting that subscribe button and jumping in the comments. And I'm going to continue to ask for y'all to keep on and keep going, man. We're close to that goal of 500 subscribers. So keep hitting that button and keep liking so YouTube can push this out. You know, that YouTube algorithm is such a monster, man. So y'all help y'all boys grow. And we're going to keep on pushing, man. Thank y'all again. But first things first, massive injury update. DeShon Elliott. He came out, he made a post on the socials with the caption, TBC, to be continued. And I just got to say, if the villain comes back to Pittsburgh, this is the right time to do it. And I don't think you take any time with him. If he's ready to go, it's kind of like the TJ Watt situation. Put him out there on the field and let's see what he got. Let's see what he got. I think TJ played like 85% of the snaps. And if DeShon can do that and be part of that run D, be a concern in the passing, that's what we need. That's what we need in Pittsburgh. If we can get everybody healthy for this playoff push, just maybe, we got the invitation to the dance. Now it's time to dance, and I think everybody wants to dance in here. I think everybody wants to hit their 2 steps. I'm rocking the shirt right now. Everybody eats from our sponsors, 4TF the brand, and this is the timing, man. This is the timing for everybody to eat. Not to mention, we already know DK Metcalf has been restated, and he's coming back. And Mike Tomlin spoke on him, say he don't need no time to ramp up. So if DK's ready, he's hungry. DeShon Elliott, is ready. Let's get out here and eat, man. Everybody got to eat. It's time. The regular season is over with. We in the playoffs now. Everybody's record is 0-0. And going up against Houston, a good defense like that, man, we need to come to the same. We need to bring the same seat to the table. A great defense too. And I know some people are gonna say, well, who leaves? Is it a Kyle Duggar? Is it a Jalen Ramsey? Is it a Chuck Clark? First thing first, Chuck Clark got to go. Out of here. Between Jalen Ramsey and DeShon and a Jalen Ramsey and Duggar, I really don't care who takes less snaps. I really don't care. You put all 3 of them out there on the field if you really can during the game, you know. And me personally, I want to see a Jalen Ramsey and DeShon Elliott back there. I really do. We already know DeShon, like I said, is that villain in the Pittsburgh. The things that he brings, the attitude that he brings, we need that aggressiveness. The man tackled somebody, pointed at him, stood up and kept pointing at him. We need that energy. Let's bring it. It's a home game in Pittsburgh, in the playoffs. Let's bring all the energy possible, bro. Let's bring it all. And if, like I said, if players are ready to go, you put them on the field, man. You put them on the field. They not on IR or coming off of IR and got the potential to play in the game, play them in the game. Play them in the game. Everybody's up. Let's go. It's time to put up or shut up for real. This is win or go home for everybody. Win or go home for everybody. So we just got to see, man. We just got to see. Next thing, the Ravens has fired John Harbaugh. And I know a lot of people out there were saying, what does this mean for Mike Tomlin? is the pressure on of Mike Tomlin? And me personally, I'm going to say no. You could probably say it turned up a little bit, but me, I'm going to say no, not at all. And it's just solely off the fact that, like we talked about before on this podcast, Mike Tomlin has been or hasn't had all the pieces that a John Harbaugh has. You had a 2-time MVP, a franchise quarterback. You done got invited to the dance multiple times and went a little further in the playoff. But you can't get over that hump. We need a running back. They went and got Derrick Henry. We need this. We need that. We need a wide receiver. You got Zay Flowers. Like, you have people. You got Isaiah Likely. You got Mark Andrews. You got Roquan. You have pieces over there to where it's looking like, and you still can't produce. I don't think that's the case over here in Pittsburgh. We've been dealing with a half deck. I ain't working with a full deck, but I deal though. That's Mike Tomlin. He's still dealing and don't even have a full deck. And now look at this year. You bring in Aaron Rodgers, and I don't think I'm far off when I say this. That ain't nothing but a game manager, and that's what we needed, a competent quarterback. I talked about it on this podcast. Now you give Mike Tomlin a competent quarterback, and let's see where he can go with it. Let's see where he go with it. Me coming into the season, I called it. I said a playoff team and a playoff win. I got a little heated after the Cleveland game because I was just frustrated, man. I was frustrated. I felt like, bro, if it came down to, if you would have asked me, Meech, would you give up the sack for Myles Garrett to win the game? Yes. I'd give him 2 sacks so I can go win the game. Like I told y'all on this channel, I didn't want to see week 18. I didn't want none of that. I wanted Will Howard to play in week 18 against the Baltimore Ravens. So be it. I want to see what that guy has to offer. Because a lot of people tell me it's mixed on both sides. I hear, Will's not the guy. He's only good because the team was stacked. They were stacked on all, on all positions. They were a stacked team. That's why he looks so good. Okay, well, that might be the case. And if that is the case, let's see what he got against a divisional opponent, a Lamar Jackson. Let's see what he got against that. And if it is the point that, okay, we need to stack the team, then hey, Pittsburgh, go stack the team. Let's go stack the team. I'll take a stacked team all day long, even if Will Howard's not the guy. So this right here, I mean, it's shocking news, and I was in the comment section with some Ravens fans, and I was telling them, like, yeah, y'all talking about us booing Mike Tomlin and booing Renegade fire Mike Tomlin. But hey, y'all literally in the same boat, man. Y'all literally was in the same boat. It was coming down to one of these guys, John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson. The Baltimore Ravens chose Lamar Jackson. John Harbaugh is the odd man out. It was coming down to that. So I get it. Yeah, we been repeating the same thing, 9-8, 10-7, getting to the playoff and losing. But like I said, you ain't been working with a full deck, but you still dealing though. And then speaking on the John Harbaugh, like it was reports out there that John didn't have the guys motivated, enough. He had the guys locking in. As far as Mike Tomlin go, closer to the end of the season or throughout the season, really, some games it was more in question, but in other games, especially during the Ravens game, you saw Mike Tomlin had these guys locked in. These guys was hungry. Cam Hayward was all over the field, pushing his brother along. I told y'all we put the brother in brotherly shove in Pittsburgh. They call it the Spartan, but it is what it is. Cam was playing all over the field. Defense, offense, special teams, these guys were locked in. So if that came into question, it wasn't a question. We saw it on the field. And it was some reports out there with Lamar and John Harbaugh saying, hey, these guys really didn't even like each other for real, in so many words, it was a little shaky over there. It was shaky grounds. It was reports Lamar sleeping in meetings, all of that. It was always something coming out of there this season, especially with the way it went. And I know when things not going good, people going to speculate and people going to throw things out there, whatever the case may be. But when it comes down to it, who's going to have these guys motivated and locked in, you could bet on Mike Tomlin. And then on the point of me saying, like I said, Mike Tomlin wasn't working with a full deck, but he still did. We had the likes of Mitch Trubisky here, Russell Wilson, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, Mason Rudolph. I don't think any of those names jump off the book and say, hey, this guy is going to go take you to a Super Bowl. I don't think that was the case at all. But we still made it to the playoff with these guys, even with Russ on the 5-game losing streak, man. You know, when I was calling for a Justin Fields to play, he goes to the Jets, and I don't think that really is on Justin. I just think the Jets is straight turmoil out there. That franchise is just, goodness gracious, how many quarterbacks have they been through? First round pick quarterbacks? You know, it's kind of like Cleveland. You know, they can't get it together over there. And I don't think nobody is going to go to the Jets and have success really until, you know, some major changes happen over there. Regime change, you know, culture change, all that spill. But yeah, man, that's just my thoughts. I don't think this affects Mike Tomlin in the sense of, okay, if he don't win this playoff game, he gets fired. I told y'all, consistency. That's what Mike Tomlin brings you, bro. That's what he brings you. I take 10-7. I take 9-8. If that's gonna keep me away from 1-8, sign me up all day long. Because I don't want to feel what the Jets go through. I don't want to feel what Cleveland go through, only winning 3 or 4 games a year. That's just straight pitiful. That's just straight sad. I don't want to feel that at all. And that's not saying like the next head coach in here is going to do that, but there's a good chance he's going to do that. You know, let's be realistic around here. At Steel Talk, bro, we always going to be realistic. We always going to be realistic. If the Steelers suck this game, I'm going to say they suck this game. I don't care. I don't care at all. I'm going to keep it real. If we balled out, I'm going to say we balled out. I'm hard on Arthur Smith right now because it's so much inconsistency. I'm going back and forth. I kind of see what he wants to do and bringing it to how he had it in Tennessee. Could it be there? Maybe. It still needs some more work, though. It still needs some more work. But, hey, that's just my thoughts on it. So we're going to switch over, man. We're going to dive into Lamar Jackson trade rumors. I've been seeing reports all day long. Lamar Jackson to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And my thoughts on that is, yes, I get it. It's a Lamar Jackson. I do. But the compensation you're going to have to give up to get Lamar Jackson to the Pittsburgh Steelers, an in-division trade, it's going to be crazy, man. It's going to be crazy. Matt Stafford went for 2 first-round picks. Matt Stafford, 2 first-round picks. I think he's 37. Lamar Jackson's 30. That's easily 3. And Baltimore going to put some tax on it, probably 4 or 5. And on top of that, Lamar probably going to want a contract, man. And no, I don't think you do that at all. I get it. It is a Lamar Jackson. That is a 2-time MVP. That is a franchise QB, potential future Hall of Famer. I give him all the accolades. I do. I don't like the guy because he played for the Baltimore Ravens. But, hey, it's what it is. He's up there in that top-tier quarterbacks. In my eyes, it's Patrick Mahomes. It's Joe Burrow. It's Josh Allen. And then it's Lamar Jackson. That's just me. That's just me. And you can call it bias. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But that's how I see it, man. He's there, but I don't think Pittsburgh needs to go that way. At all. Starting this podcast, I told y'all this year was about figuring out the pieces that needs to be here for the future. You know, figure out what you got right now and build upon that. We have to build. We have to get younger. And hey, who's to say Lamar probably be the one to take us to over the hump to get? And some of y'all eyes, we're going to Super Bowl this year. Next year, we bring Lamar in to get Super Bowl number 8. It's a good chance. But I'm not ready to give up all that, man. I'm just not. I'm sorry. Like I said, James Harrison, he's out here talking about go get Joe Burrow. And I think it's the same argument for Joe Burrow. You're going to get taxed, bro. You're going to get taxed. I'd rather these teams stay in turmoil and try to figure it out versus helping them figure it out. You know, I hope Joe Burrow stay over there with no defense at all. I hope Lamar Jackson stay over there with players that can't close. You know, I hope y'all stay right there where y'all are. And then let me go out here and find my franchise QB. You know, let me get a young guy that can possibly come in here and have a Jaden Daniels run the first year and can build upon that. You know, let me come in here and find me a Drake May who's having a hell of a season this year. Argument for MVP. And in my case, that's a topic for another time, man. But matter of fact, speaking of Drake May, who do y'all have for MVP? Is it him or Stafford? Better yet, another question. What quarterback in the playoff right now has more pressure? You know, who has more pressure on them to win this year, to win the Super Bowl this year? Y'all jump in the comment section on that topic right there, on that point. And also, would you trade for Lamar Jackson? Would you trade for Joe Burrow? And if you are, What are you giving up for him? Who's going? How many picks are you giving up? What's the dealio? What's the dealio? And if it ain't those, what quarterback would you bring to Pittsburgh? Are you re-signing to Aaron Rodgers, or are you going to get somebody else? Are you going to get somebody else? On the Aaron Rodgers point, I'm gonna tell you, I bring Aaron Rodgers back. I bring him back, especially seeing, or after this game, he wins versus Houston and seeing how far we can go in the playoff. Yeah, and how he looks. Let's possibly run it back with Aaron Rodgers. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not against that at all. But y'all let me know. Jump in the comment section. Be sure to follow me on every social media platforms at Steel Talk 6. It's your boy Meech. This is Steel Talk, where we speak the real fan perspective, pure fan perspective. If you coming over here looking for top NFL analysis, man, take that over to First Take. Take that over to Nightcap. Take that over to Debo and Joe. Go over there. This is pure fan perspective, where I talk to the fans and get a fan perspective on it. What's the answers? Because we all feel like we got the answers. So I want to see. Y'all stay up and stay blessed, man. And I'm out of here.